Hello, I'm Adam Wolf with the Alliance for Regenerative Medicine, and I'm here with Andreas Knaack, the CEO of Invetech, here today at ARM Studios. Andreas, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. So the first question we want to dive into is automation is, of course, a big thing in the cell and gene therapy sector today.
Yes.
But first, tell us a little bit about the constraints and bottlenecks we're seeing in the cell and gene therapy sector and how automation is really positioned to help these constraints.
Yeah, let me take a step back and say a few words about Invetech. So at Invetech, we are passionate about taking our clients' scientific breakthroughs and turning them into commercial realities. Yeah, so especially the scale-up is at the core of what we're doing. We're bringing to that a lean mindset, the lean methodologies and strategies. Around about 200 engineers and scientists live that day to day with our clients as we scale up and help make these projects reality. So when we look at the processes at the moment, we apply lean principles, and with that you search for the wastes in the processes. And sadly, the way the industry has grown up, it's created tools that at the time were right for where the automation was needed and where the therapy developments were happening. As we are now going into the scale-up of these therapies and are seeing higher numbers of patients, we are reaching the limits of what many of these tools are designed for. Yeah, when you think of some of the tools that you see here around the conference and at the various conferences in the space, what it takes to load them, we're trying to mimic that with robotic automation.
Right.
Yeah, what the human does with robotic automation, and it clearly shows that those tools are not designed for the full scale of what we believe cell and gene will bring for thousands and tens of thousands of patients. Yeah. So that's where we are right now, I think.
All right, well, you just discussed automation within the cell and gene therapy sector. Describe a little bit some of the ongoing risks within automation that you guys are trying to solve and could potentially face while trying to help the industry scale up.
Yeah. Obviously, when you look at the therapy development, the first thing we need to ensure is that we keep the biology intact with our automation. We need to stay true to what the inventors of the scientific approach and the biology have come up with, and maintain that and stabilize that through automation. So our job in the first place is consistency and safety for the patient. And then the next step is what I was alluding to in the first question, is that we then apply the lean principles to eliminate the wastes, and always keeping in mind the biology, always keeping that stable. So for us, that's key. Yeah. So that when you think of risk and uncertainties, whatever we scale up, that's the point.
So we discussed a lot about automation. Generally within the growth and dynamics of the sector itself, how do you see automation within cell and gene therapies growing and changing over the next 5 to 10 years?
I guess for the short term, we will live with the technologies and the core unit operations instrumentation that we've got, and we will use robotics to load, unload them, make them work in the clean room environment the best we can, and that's probably for the next 5 or 10 years a sufficient answer. I think what we're then realizing is that for the scale up, we've almost done our inventors a disservice, because these technologies are, as we already discussed, not right for the scale up. So we need to rethink how we design the machines that are used on the lab bench in the early days of the development, that I can use that in a cost-efficient manner. And this same core technology needs to be then designed in a way that I can multiply it or scale it up for the later stages, for the high volume stages. And I think that's where our biggest opportunity is as an industry, to create new tools that can cover the whole range in a cost-effective manner. And cost obviously is one of our biggest inhibitors right now, right? And we don't want to introduce more cost, we want to take cost out of these therapies. That's our job as technology providers. My second point on that, when to add to the product approach, is that very few players alone can make that happen. I think collaboration is key here to drive the right the right approaches to collaboration between science, various industry partners that come with various strengths, us included, that we come together and maybe create consortia that sit down and enable that scale up, come with the right degree of investment, because these longer term strategies for technology are not cheap to develop, but it's not impossible. And that's, I think, why the meeting on the Mesa here and ARM's support for us all is so important. That's why we're here, to find those partnerships and collaborations. We're highly grateful for the partnership we've got with ARM here.
Absolutely, and we're really grateful to have for you, and we're really excited on the future of automation and the role that it'll play in cell and gene therapy. And with that, Andreas, it was awesome to have you at ARM Studios. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much.